But growth spirituality, obviously that leads into all of it. Like a lot of us, I never really read a book until the book that I read after that event, which was the Four Agreements. It was a good book. But up until that point, it was like free rider motocross magazines or skateboarding magazines or picture magazines, all those sorts of things.
Gnarly. Fuck yeah.
Gnarly.
Nice.
You are
Moto.
such a moto.
Yeah.
Gnarly.
Do they still make picture?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
to be
no,
fair.
I wouldn't know
I
either.
can't read pictures.
Yeah.
Anyway, but making sure you're growing in some aspect of your life. Like it's always, for me, and that goes back to conversational communication. A lot of us speak or listen to bite back rather than really trying to understand, because you can learn so much just from having a conversation with someone, right? Like if you just go, right, let's find out the most interesting thing about this person and just keep asking good questions till you get there, and you'll walk away going, that was unreal. I've just grown a little bit as a person.
Mate, we do that every podcast. It's fucking great.
Can I? What does spirituality mean to you?
For me, it's just slowing down. Like I don't believe in God or anything like that. But for me, it's just like taking a moment to reflect. Like meditation is spirituality for me, or drinking tea on the balcony watching the sunrise. That's for me what it is. Like I know for a lot of people, it's like they talk about source or God or all those sorts of things. That's not me. But
Well, like for a lot of I guess for a lot of blokes, I suppose there's a misconception about what it actually means. Like for me, it's like standing, Sunday night, standing in front of the fire. You know what I mean? And just looking at it and just
Not too close, Derek.
Just getting lost in
the brows,
yeah.
mate.
Just getting
Well,
lost in that, or just
Yeah.
whether it's just diving into some really good music that you just love, it you can just sort of
Mate.
You get to just be present, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
A
even-
warm bath,
Oh, mate.
glass of red,
Epsom salts.
and a
Don't
podcast.
forget your salts.
Mate, get that in
Wait,
you.
do you
I'm
use
telling
the
you.
app called Calm?
Yeah, but they just asked me to pay for it.
I keep seeing
get
the
out. I
ad.
use
Wait.
the Center app.
Worth every cent, right? Get this. Matthew McConaughey.
Oh yeah, he's a champion.
Oh, we
He's-
talked about him with
Matthew.
Boise.
All right.
He's on there. He's got his bedtime story. So you get in the bath, you light your candles, your salts in there. I didn't have the wine, but imagine that. The wine, kick back, Matthew McConaughey is telling you a story.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
What
That's
story?
It's called Wonder.
Yeah, right.
I'm not going to give it away. You
Okay.
got to pay for the subscription.
Yeah.
yeah,
So-
upsell.
And a bit of Epsom salts, or
Mate,
you're
yeah.
a bath bomb man.
My missus loves the basketball. I hate them because I get out and I got glitter all over myself.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It's just ever since some COVID happened, I've just been getting into baths.
They're phenomenal.
I don't reckon I had a bath for 4 years,
How many
5 years.
fucking tradies are sitting around having conversations about fucking bath bombs?
Mate, who's having the?
It's
there's no-
so good.
How many tradies are driving home right now, listening to this,
Oh,
and going, "I'm having a bloody bath."
I'm having a bath.
and you
tonight.
should.
Yeah.
You owe it to yourself.
But if
you know?
if you've just had a big day doing concreting or something, I recommend having
Get
a
a
shower
shower
beforehand.
Get a fresh towel out of the cupboard, you
Yeah,
know.
mate, enjoy. Yeah,
Even a
Change your
new
sheets.
bath mat, you know.
Change your sheets in
Change
the
your
bed as well.
sheets.
You don't slide in it. Oh, stop it, boys. That's spirituality.
that is. We've just nailed it.
I
But
know.
honestly, all of this stuff is whatever you want it to be, right? You can give that sounds fucking weird, but it's like give it your own meaning. It doesn't mean you have to
find
be-
it yourself.
Yeah, simple.
100%.
Just it's an easy way to do
It's
it.
very broad, isn't
Yeah.
it? You find it yourself, 100%. Love it.
Go, it's like people say to me, "You're such a conscious man." I'm like, we're all fucking conscious. Honestly, this is one thing I hate about the
You're so conscious.
self-help community is I just once again I don't like being labelled as that shit. It makes me feel cringeworthy. It's why I didn't want to get in here in the first place, because I'm still Lachie, the not very good carpenter, so I had to leave to now just do what I do now. But doesn't mean I'm better than anyone or more. We're all conscious. We're all walking around. I just
That's brilliant.
have a different understanding of certain things, as you guys have different understandings to me. We're all
But I think that's part of one of the biggest things about taking a bit of a different approach, or we were talking about a bit of a larrikin potentially style approach to this space, because there are a lot of buzzwords that probably turn a lot of people off.
100%, mate.
And
There's
it's
a lot
But
of
even the word mental health has been too taboo for blokes. You know what I mean? It just needs to be health. Just look after your health, and there's facets to it. You know?
We say it too. It's like sign off every time someone leaves. Look after yourself, mate. Like, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
all of it.
Just start looking after yourself. Yeah. No.
well, they all flow into.
Are we about to flow into the next one?
Yeah,
here?
let's
We
find
are,
the next one.
boys, we are, boys.
Segue.
I can't read it. It's so small.
Hey, don't worry. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah. No, so the next one's like your career or purpose or mission, right? So like making sure I don't believe that everyone's going to be fortunate enough to do what they love on a daily basis. It's probably not possible. But if you can find ways to make that enjoyable, or like we said before, if you don't like what you're doing, you can change it. Change it. If it sets you up for a lifestyle, like this is got a client who works at a big mining company, and their lifestyle is so high because of the expenses that they have. I'm like, well, is it worth you quitting and losing that, or are you happy to just do that but get to enjoy everything else that you've created for yourself? And that's a decision that the individual gets to make. But for me, it's like you can make whatever you do on a daily basis enjoyable if you decide to make it, be the best person at that, or find little games to do it. Like obviously when I was a chippy, I fucking hated it because everyone that I was working around was miserable. It was fucking, I think about it and I just don't like that environment. So I just changed the environment. I didn't know what I was going to go into next. I've done Uber drive. I've done all kinds of stuff, but I was like, anything's better than that. Right. So I'm going to figure it out. And I did that. Did I have a big audacious purpose? No, I just wanted to be a little bit happier than what I was currently doing.
I think the other difficult part there though is that people, look at it. We just had our quarterly reviews, and one of their employees said an interesting thing. It was sort of like, I'm choosing my job that potentially won't be as good as what I'm doing now for a better lifestyle and a different environment. I was like, that's interesting, because I reckon there'd be a lot of people out there, blokes especially, and I know some of them, that are doing jobs that they hate, but it's really good money for a lifestyle that they want, but the lifestyle is really toxic, so they get into this really fucking bad spiral. It's just like, it's a difficult one. You know what I mean? Because people are working in a job they hate and then trying to erase that on the weekends with the lifestyle that they want, but it's really bad.
Yeah.
So they just...
Which doing your review, like you said, like you do a business review, a quarterly review, and you do you have all your KPIs, right? We all do. Or that's how you grow shit. Most people don't do that in their life. It's like people plan their day at work, like your meetings, your sales, all that sort of stuff, but they don't plan their life.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You look at my calendar and even the weekends are planned. I know what I'm going to do, because otherwise I'll just sit there and do nothing.
Yeah.
So when you go back to the 8 areas, or you have an idea of what you want out of those, you catch up with your mates, or you catch up with your missus or your family, or go to a seminar, or learn, have something you want to do in your lifestyle, whether it's mountain biking, surfing, or all that sort of stuff. Put that in, because otherwise you're not going to do it. And you go week after week and you're like, fuck, I'm getting pretty unhappy here.
Burn yourself into it.
And it's like, well, when was the last time you actually scheduled doing something? It's like people say, I'm going to take a holiday overseas. I'm going to take a holiday. It's like, yep, you've been saying that for the last 3 years. Book the fucking thing and then make it happen. Like just do it.
But I had the same. When I rode my bike home last night, I was on the phone to my uncle. And
what, were you in the motor? Or
No, treadly, mate. Shit.
He's on the hell kick.
Mate, I'm on the treadly. I think it's only 3.5K to home. It's really easy. Yeah.
Hey, not even.
I beat you.
It's a good ride.
I beat you, mate. A few hills. I get a sweat on.
I had to give a car service.
No, we're talking about how many people, come up with, you're having a few schooners, right? Friday afternoon.
Yep.
Someone's come up with a business idea. Everyone sits around, mate, that's a great idea. I've got an idea for an app, whatever it is. It fucking, walks your dog. Oh, mate, Jono, that's a great idea. Fucking hell, that's awesome,
Is that app out there?
I don't know.
Walking your dog.
Walking your dog. No, it's not going to.
So iPhone 12, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's you. Yeah.
But the thing is that so few people even consider, action it. Like, they think it's a great idea, and then 10 years down the track, it's like, that came out. Then someone just sold that for $100 million. Like, that's unbelievable, And Jono's like, yeah, it's my fucking idea, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a fair amount of just, pub sort of banter to that style of conversation.
Oh, but it's the same thing with holidays. Fuck, you hear it all the time. Oh, I got this gun business idea, but I can't do it because, I'm doing this. It's like, come on, mate.
Just fucking do it.
There's never a good time.
Because there's so many people that would be listening that would be like, oh, yeah, I've got this really good idea. They might be a concreter, but they're into photography, landscape photography or something. Like, oh, I can't go do landscape photography. There's no fucking money in it. It's like, well,
the beauty is you can go and do landscape photography. Because all you need is an Instagram page. And you just go and start fucking taking the photos.
Click,
bang,
upload.
There's things you can do.
Hashtag scenery.
Yeah.
Hashtag scenery.
But you know what I mean?
Photos.
Like so many people, like you were saying when we first started talking, people think there's a ceiling to what their abilities are. Yeah. There is no ceiling. And that's what I took out of Kevin Hart's podcast with Joe Rogan, was that he just continues to see the next level and work up and continue to do that. And I think that's just so awesome to have 100%. That mindset.
100%.